Sustainability and development of tourism. So sustainable tourism is about traveling in a way that minimizes harm to the environment and local communities while promoting economic benefits for the host destination. It's balance between enjoying your vacation and ensuring the place you visit remains healthy and thriving for the future. Number 1. Informing themselves of culture, politics, and economy of the communities visited. This is about doing your research before you travel, understanding the history, traditions, and current social and economic realities of the place you're visiting. It allows you to be a more respectful and informed traveler. Number 2. Anticipating and understanding local cultures, expectations, and assumptions. This means that being aware of local customs and norms, such as dress codes, greetings, and behavior in public spaces. It's about being mindful and sensitive to the values and beliefs of the community. Number 3. Contributing to intercultural and understanding and tolerance. By engaging with local people and learning about their culture, you can help to break down stereotypes and promote understanding between different cultures. Number 4. Supporting integrity and local cultures by favoring businesses which conserve cultural heritage and traditional values. This means that choosing to support businesses that are committed to preserving the local culture. This could include staying in traditional guest house and attending cultural events and also buying locally made handicrafts. Number 5. Supporting local economies by purchasing local goods and participating with small local businesses. This helps to ensure that the economic benefits of tourism are distributed fairly and that local communities are able to thrive. And number 6. Conserving resources by seeking out businesses that are environmentally conscious and by using the least possible amount of non-renewable energy. This involves choosing eco-friendly accommodations, minimizing waste, and using public transportation or simply walking whenever possible. The next topic is the responsible tourism. Number 1. It minimizes negative economic, environmental, and social impacts. This means that reducing pollution, conserving resources, and ensuring that tourism activities don't harm local communities or disrupt their way of life. It's about minimizing the footprint left by tourism. Number 2. Generate economic benefits for local people and enhance their well-being of host communities, improves working conditions and access to the industry. Responsible tourism aims to ensure that the economic benefits of tourism are shared fairly with local communities. This means supporting local businesses, creating jobs, and improving the quality of life for residents. Number 3. Involves local people in decisions that affect their lives and life changes. This means that giving local communities a voice in how tourism is developed and managed in their area. This ensures that the tourism is aligned with their needs and aspirations. And then number 4. Make positive contribution to the conservation of natural and cultural heritage, to the maintenance of the world's diversity. Responsible tourism recognizes the importance of preserving the natural and cultural heritage for future generations. This means supporting conservation efforts, protecting endangered species, and promoting cultural traditions. Number 5. provides more enjoyable experience for tourists through more meaningful connections with local people and a greater understanding of local, cultural, and social environmental issues. Responsible tourism aims to create a more enriching and authentic travel experience for tourists. And this means fostering meaningful interactions with local people, learning about their culture, and gaining a deeper understanding of the destination. Responsible hospitality is essentially about creating better places for the people to live in and the better places for people to visit. There are ways to sustain tourism, and number one is maintain the authenticity of ethnic and local dances and music, keeping the original steps and instruments. So this means that avoiding stage or commercialized performance that stray from the true essence of dance or music. This also helps to maintain the cultural identity of the community and prevent the erosion of traditions. Number two, use indigenous materials in their handicrafts and other products for souvenirs. So, this emphasizes the importance of using local materials in the creation of souvenirs and crafts. And this is not only supports local artisans and their traditional skills, but also helps to preserve the use of indigenous materials. Number three, training of locals as to how they can be best part of tourism industry in their community. So, this emphasizes the importance of equipping local residents with the skills and knowledge to participate actively in tourism sector. Number four, conduct tourism benefits educational information drive to the local community prior to development of the area into the tourist destination to create a better understanding and cooperation among the stakeholders. This highlights the need for proactive community engagement before tourism development. It's crucial to educate local residents about potential benefits and challenges of tourism. Number five, there should be visitors, management and control policies and guidelines to avoid overcrowding. This addresses the issue of managing visitor numbers to prevent negative impacts on the environment and local communities. Number six, local residents should have access to tourist attractions, facilities, and amenities in their area for them to appreciate what they have become part of walking promotional tour. Providing residents with access to tourist attractions and amenities, this can also create opportunities for local businesses and cultural events to thrive. So, blending tourism facilities with the local architectural style helps maintain the authenticity of the area and create a more harmonious and welcoming environment both tourists and residents. Environmental impact measures. So number one, this process identifies potential risks to the environment, including air and water pollution, habitat disruption, and rescue depletion. Second, this focuses on using the energy-efficient technologies and practices in the design and operation of utilities like water, electricity, and heating. By reducing energy consumption and waste, this minimizes the environmental footprint of the development. Number three, this involves implementing a comprehensive system for collecting, sorting, and disposing of waste generated by the project. This could include recycling programs, composting facilities, and partnerships with the waste management companies. The next topic is all about waste management. Number 1. By using fuel-efficient vehicles and energy-saving appliances, businesses can reduce their carbon footprint and minimizes pollution. Number 2. This helps to reduce traffic congestion, minimize air pollution, and ease pressure on parking infrastructure in tourist destinations. This not only reduces the environmental impact of tourism but also contributes to a more enjoyable and less stressful experience for everyone. Number 3. This aims to curb vehicle emissions, a major source of air pollution, particularly in urban areas. Number 4. This addresses the issue of informal settlements that often contributes to the pollution of water bodies. Relocation efforts can improve sanitation and project water quality. Number 5. This ensures that industrial activities are located away from residential areas and sensitive ecosystem, minimizing pollution risk. Number 6. This emphasizes the importance of incorporating sustainable building practices and designs that minimizes environmental impact and blend harmoniously with the natural landscapes. Number 7. This involves managing visitors' number to protect sensitive areas from overuse and degradation. Number 8. This fosters a sense of ownership and responsibility among residents, encouraging active participation in conservation efforts. Number 9. This creates financial incentive for responsible environmental behavior and provides funding for environmental protection programs. Number 10. This ensures that businesses are equipped with the knowledge and skills to operate the fundings for environmental protection programs. Number 10. This ensures that businesses with the knowledge and skills to operate sustainability. Number 11. This provides a strong deterrent against environmentally harmful practices and encourage compliance with regulations. Wow! This highlights the need for stricter enforcement of regulations regarding waste disposal from boats. Number 13. This underscores the need of effective protection and of sensitive ecosystem. Implementing robust security measuring and patrolling protected areas can help prevent illegal poaching and ensure the survival of endangered species. Number 14. Educating tourists about the harmful effects of feeding wild animals and enforcing strict prohibitions can help to maintain the health and well-being of wildlife. Number 15 rather. 16. Mangrove forest provides crucial habitat for many species, protect coastlines from erosion, and play a role in carbon sequestration.
Formative. Further enhance your learning experience, additional examples of case studies, visual aids like diagrams, flowcharts, summarize or key takeaways. It support integrity of place. Sustainable tourism support and integrity of place by preserving cultural heritage sites and traditions, protecting natural environments and ecosystems, respecting local communities and their way of life, promoting authentic experiences and local identity. Its benefits of residents. Here are the benefits of sustainable tourism for local residents. Economic benefits, job creation, income and opportunities, and increase local investment and economic growth, improve and standard of living. Social benefits, preservation of cultural heritage and tradition, enhance community pride and identity, and improve quality of life. Mental benefits, conservation of natural resources and ecosystem, reduce pollution and waste, protected public health. And community benefits, lead to tourism development and empowerment and participation in decision making. It's a conserve resources. Sustainable tourism conserve and resources in several ways. Water conservation, energy efficiency, and waste reduction and management, protecting of biodiversity and conservation of natural habitats. Cultural resources, preservation of cultural heritage sites, and protection of traditional practices and customs. The economic resources, local economic benefits, job creation, and income opportunities. It's respect local culture and tradition. Sustainable respect local culture and traditions by preserving cultural heritage sites and monuments, supporting local arts and crafts, promoting traditional practices and customs. Encourage community-led tourism initiatives in respecting local dress codes and etiquette. It does not abuse products. Sustainable tourism avoids a product abuse by reducing single-use plastics and promoting eco-friendly products and supporting sustainable supply chains. It encourages responsible consumption, reducing waste and pollution. Example, refusing single-use plastics, straw bags, water bottles. It's strives quality, not quality. Sustainable tourism strives for quality over quantity, prioritizing authentic experiences, local character and charm, environmental stewardship, cultural sensitivity, community benefits. Rather than mass tourism, overdevelopment, standardization, and exploitation and short-term gains. Its main great trip, sustainable tourism means in great trip that create lifelong memories, support local communities, preserve natural environments, and respect cultural heritage, enhance your well-being. Promise of interdependency, mutual benefits, collaboration and cooperation lead to a shared advantage. Global understanding, interconnectedness fosters empathy and comprehension. And unity drives and progress in innovation, and shared responsibility ensure mutual safety. The promise of multidisciplinary is comprehensive understanding, integrating a diverse perspective yields and deeper insights. Innovative solution, combining and discipline foster creative and innovation. And improve decision making and informed by the diverse expertise and perspectives. The promise of previous experience. Enhance and expertise building on existing knowledge and skills. And increase efficiency, streamline and process from learned lessons. The promises of plastic and power. The promises of plastic and power are often met with a skepticism, and but research suggests that politicians give their promises at least most of the time. Several factors contribute to the likelihood of pledge fulfillment. Majority of government, having a majority government can make it easier to carry out campaign pledge. Green transportation. Green transportation is all about reducing our carbon footprint and promoting sustainable travel options. Any mode of transportation does harm our environment, like electric buses and hybrid vehicles, or even good old-fashioned walk and cycling. Example, electric vehicle. This vehicle uses electric motors powered by solar cells and electric batteries or electric generators of producing zero emission.
Critical solutions. Sustainability. First, minimal environmental impact of development and its operations. 2. Eco-friendly technologies, respect for ecology and value of nature's existence. 3. Energy efficiency. 4. Less of finite fuels. 5. More local production. 6. More walking, less driving. Increased density. The buildings, residence, shops, and services should be closer together for ease of walking to enable a more efficient use of services and resources and to create more convenient, enjoyable place to live. Quality architecture and urban design. Put more emphasis on beauty, aesthetic, human comfort, and creating a sense of place, spatial placement of civic use sites within community. Sustainable development of tourism, critical areas. First is defining the relevant population community. 2. Defining the time horizon. 3. Defining the dimensions of sustainability. 4. Defining the values that underlie sustainable development. Promoting sustainable management and use of natural resources. Balancing the needs of the production sectors with the country's ecological carrying capacity is crucial in attaining long-term sustained growth. Sound management of the country's natural resources leads to sustain productivity, improvements in agriculture, fishery, and forestry, as well as better quality of the environment. The relationship between tourism and the environment is particularly marked in rural areas. They require a careful monitoring and explore the concept of rural tourism and highlight some issues relating to the different kinds of tourism in the country. They include the principle of tourism in the countryside examined to illustrate how public agencies approach the issues.
The next topic is all about the characteristics of rural tourism experience and why people enjoy the countryside. Number 1. Many people seek out the countryside for a break from the hustle and bustle of city. The peace and quiet of rural areas provide a sense of escape and allow for introspection and rejuvenation. Number 2. The absence of constant noise and crowd creates the serene and calming atmosphere perfect for unwinding and distressing. Number 3. Adventure and challenge opportunity to pursue a sport or hobby. The countryside offers a wide range of outdoor activities, from hiking and cycling to fishing and bird watching. Number 4. Health and fitness concerns and fresh air. The clean air and natural surroundings of rural areas are beneficial for physical and mental well-being. Then the next is wildlife and landscapes and the rest in the environment. The countryside is home to a diverse array of wildlife and stunning landscapes. The nature enthusiast find solace in observing animals, exploring forests, and appreciating the natural beauty of the nature. Number 6. Experience of rural communities, culture, and lifestyle. Rural areas offer a unique glimpse into local cultures, traditions, and a way of life. Visitors can interact with friendly locals, learn about their traditional crafts and farming practices, and experience a slower pace of life. Number 7. Enjoyment of being with friends and family. The countryside provides a perfect setting for spending quality time with loved ones. Number 8. A change of from everyday urban life. So rural tourism offers a welcome break from routine and pressure of city life. The change of scenery, slower pace, and connection with nature can be incredibly refreshing. Number 9. A part in rural tourism activities such as conservation work. Some visitors seek to contribute to the preservation of rural areas by participating in conservation projects such as planting trees or cleaning up trails. This allows them to make a positive impact on the environment and connect with the local community. Number 10. Exploration of historic identities, interests, and heritage. Rural areas often boast rich history and cultural heritage. Exploring ancient castles, visiting historical sites, and learning about local folklore provides a fascinating glimpse into the past. The next topic is the concept of rural tourism. Number 1. Rural tourism is an old and new phenomenon. So this statement suggests that people have always been drawn to the countryside for its beauty and tranquility. While rural tourism has existed for centuries, its recent growth and diversification have made it a more prominent and aspect of the tourism industry. Number 2. The rural scene was admired by poets and artists. This emphasized the long-standing appreciation for the beauty and serenity of rural landscapes. Number 3. The number of tourists has increased significantly and tourism has developed in all types of countryside instead of being limited. This highlights the rapid growth and expansion of rural tourism. As more people seek out experiences beyond traditional urban destinations, rural areas have become increasingly popular. Number 4. Rural tourism includes a range of activities, services, and amenities provided by farmers and rural people to attract tourists of their area. This emphasizes the active role of local communities in shaping rural tourism. Farmers and rural residents offer a variety of experiences, from farm stays and agritourism to hiking trails and traditional.
Conceptualizing rural tourism. Rural areas are dynamic environments and change is implicit. More radical changes have been witnessed in the post-war period than any other time before relating to social, environmental, and political. This emphasizes that rural areas are not static but constantly evolving. The post-war period witnessed significant transformations in rural communities. Economic and technological elements of the countryside changes in agricultural practices and policies. These changes have implications of rural tourism as they affect the landscape, the ability of agricultural products, and the livelihoods of rural communities. The lack of employment opportunity. Economic hardship. Limited economic opportunities can lead to poverty, social deprivation, and a decline in local services. growth of rural tourism. Rural tourism, rural tourism emergence has a identifiable activity on Europe during the half of 18th century. Rural tourism has a long history with roots in the 18th century. It suggests that people have long been drawn to the countryside for leisure and relaxation. Two. Rural tourism tends to a more affluent, better educated tourists seeking high quality experiences and products. They are often well traveled and seek authentic experiences, high quality accommodations and unique activities. 3. The ranges of products that comprise rural tourism and relevance in developing nations. The regulation of rural land use and sustainability, assessing how regulations at different geographic scales shape rural development and the role of individual and organizational agencies. So, in developing nations, rural land use regulations is crucial for achieving sustainable development. Entrepreneurism and the selling of rural environment, examining issues of sustainability as they support and conflict with entrepreneurial activities. It's, it's sustainable entrepreneurship is a growing movement that aims to create businesses that are environmentally, socially, and economically responsible. The impact of rural tourism. Economic impact has broad benefits such as foreign exchange, employment, higher government revenues. The rate of economic return to rural communities has been low. The economic impact of tourism is undeniable, offering a significant contribution to global economic growth and development. Socio-cultural impact. The higher standards of living in urban tourist destinations have caused immigration from nearby rural neighbors, resulting in changes in demographic structures and possible culture shock. So the socio-cultural impact is impact of rural tourism is multifaceted and complex, where it presents opportunities for cultural preservation, community empowerment, and economic development. Measures in indicators of sustainability in rural tourism. First is stress. Stress is the number of visitors or tourists. This indicator measures that the overall visitor pressure on the destination, indicating potential strain on local infrastructure, resources, and social fabric. And 2 is social stress.
Go.
2. Social stress is a range of visitors or tourist numbers to local population. And 3. Attractiveness. Rate of attractiveness of rural and cultural resources. 4. Planning process. This indicator assesses the presence of structured plan to guide tourism development, highlighting the destination's commitment to strategic planning and sustainable growth. Then 5 is tourism planning process. It's a crucial element of sustainable rural tourism. It involves a structured and participatory approach to guide the development and management of tourism activities, ensuring that they align with the needs and aspirations of the local community while minimizing negative impacts on the environment and cultural heritage. Relevance in developing nations. The regulation of rural land use and sustainability, assessing how regulations at different geographic scales shape rural development and the role of individual and organizational agencies. So, it developing nations, rural land use regulations is crucial for achieving sustainable development. Entrepreneurism and the selling of rural environment, examining issues of sustainability as they support and conflict with entrepreneurial activities. It's, it's sustainable entrepreneurship is a growing movement that aims to create businesses that are environmentally, socially, and economically responsible. The impact of rural tourism. Economic impact has brought benefits such as foreign exchange, employment, higher government revenues. The rate of economic return to rural communities has been low. The economic impact of tourism is undeniable, offering a significant contribution to global economic growth and development. Socio-cultural impact. The higher standards of living in urban tourist destinations have caused immigration from nearby rural neighbors, resulting in changes in demographic structures and possible culture shock. So the socio-cultural impact of rural tourism is multifaceted and complex, where it presents opportunities for cultural preservation, community empowerment, and economic development. Measures in indicators of sustainability in rural tourism. First is stress. Stress is the number of visitors or tourists. This indicator measures that the overall visitor pressure on the destination, indicating potential strain on local infrastructure, resources, and social fabric. And 2 is social stress.
Go.
2. Social stress is a range of visitors or tourist numbers to local population. And 3. Attractiveness. Rate of attractiveness of rural and cultural resources. 4. Planning process. This indicator assesses the presence of structured plan to guide tourism development, highlighting the destination's commitment to strategic planning and sustainable growth. Then 5 is tourism planning process. It's a crucial element of sustainable rural tourism. It involves a structured and participatory approach to guide the development and management of tourism activities, ensuring that they align with the needs and aspirations of the local community while minimizing negative impacts on the environment, and cultural heritage. Area protection. These indicators measures the extent to which natural resources are protected and managed sustainability, indicating the destination's commitment to environmental conservation. Local environment. Ratio of the number of locally owned tourist businesses. This indicator reflects the level of community participation in the tourist sector, indicating the extent to which local residents benefit from tourism activities. Local control. This indicator measures the level of community involvement in decision-making processes, highlighting the destination's commitment to participatory governance and local ownership. Then, employment. The tracking number of jobs created in tourism helps assess the sector's contribution to overall employment and economic growth. Tourism contribution. This metric quantifies the financial contribution of tourism to the local economy by measuring the tax revenue generated specifically from tourism-related activities. Economic diversity. A high share of tax income from tourism might indicate a lack of economic diversification, making the region susceptible of tourism downturns. Energy consumptions. This metric measures the ratio of energy derived from renewable sources like solar, wind, and hydro to energy from non-renewable sources like fossil fuels. Waste management. This effectiveness of waste management system in a region by ensuring the proportion of households connected to a proper sewage system. Education training. A well-trained and educated workforce is essential for providing high-quality tourism experiences, attracting skilled workers, and ensuring long-term sustainability of the tourism sectors. Tourist satisfaction, repeat visits, and local perception. The relationship between tourist satisfaction and repeat visitation highlights the importance of understanding how to positive experiences influence future travel decisions. Then, environmental impact of tourism facilities. Tourism facilities, while essential of accommodating visitors, can have significant environmental consequences like tourism development starts with construction. H. Infrastructure development. This construction of hotels, resorts, and other tourist accommodations requires extensive infrastructure including roads, airports, and utilities. B. Space requirements. Tourism facilities require significant land, potentially leading to habitat loss and fragmentation. Coastal development. Coastal development can disrupt natural processes leading to erosion and damage to coastal ecosystem. Construction impacts like soil and runoff. Construction activities can disturb soil, leading to erosion and changes in water runoff patterns. Damage to natural environment. Construction can fragment habitats, disrupt wildlife migration, and introduce invasive species. resource consumption, scarce resources. Tourism development often requires significant water, energy, and other resources that may be scarce in rural areas. Sewage pollution. Wastewater management. Inadequate wastewater management can lead to sewage pollution, impacting water quality and harming marine life.
Sustainable rural tourism. Advancement in transportation and sophisticated marketing have made rural destination increasingly accessible, leading to a surge in tourism. However, this rapid growth can have unintended consequences, potentially leading to over tourism and overuse of resources. A sustainable approach to rural tourism recognizes the need for a holistic perspective that balances economic development with environmental protection and social well-being. This multifaceted view of sustainability emphasizes the importance of achieving balanced development. Issues in rural tourism management. The lack of statistical base, a lack of reliable data and statistics hinders an effective planning and management of rural tourism. Without accurate information, it's difficult to assess the true impact on tourism, identify areas of concern, and develop appropriate strategy of sustainable development to rural communities. Engaging rural communities is crucial for successful and sustainable tourism development. However, there are often challenges involving local communities and decision-making process, leading to potential conflict and sense alienation and even benefits. Tourism development strategies may not benefit all rural areas equally. Areas with existing infrastructure, natural beauty, or cultural attraction and attract more tourists, leading to disparities in economic growth and development. For environmental dependence, rural tourism is highly dependent on attractive, natural, and culturally interesting environments. This dependence makes it crucial to prioritize environmental protection and conservation efforts to ensure the long-term viability of this destination. Impact of rural tourism. The Rural Development Commission in England conducted research on a sample of English rural settlement to evaluate the impact of tourism. Their findings suggest that tourism can bring about both benefits and challenges. Benefits of tourism. 1. Economic growth of tourism can increase the range of viability of local business of creating new job opportunities and boosting local economies. 2. Improve the services. Tourism can help maintain or improve service in rural areas, including infrastructure, transportation, and public amenities. Number 3, environmental infrastructure improvement. Tourism can incentivize environmental and infrastructure improvement such as a waste and management system, renewable energy source of improved road networks. Negative of reported. Rising house crisis. Tourism development often leads to increased demand of housing, especially in popular destinations. As a more tourism visit area and demand on short-term rentals and accommodation increase driving up prices for both rental and ownership properties. Traffic congestion. Tourism can significantly increase the number of vehicles off road, especially during peak seasons. This influx of tourists coupled with indicate infrastructure and lead to traffic congestion and particularly in areas with limited road capacity. Parking problem. Tourism destinations often struggle to provide sufficient parking for visitors can lead to a shortage of parking space, forcing tourists to park illegally or inconvenient locations. Disturbance. Tourism can disrupt the pace of life of local communities, particularly in areas with high tourism concentration. Noise from crowds, late night activities, and increased traffic can create a sense of disturbance for residents. Later, increased tourism can lead to a rise later of as visitors why they might not dispose of their waste properly. This can be exacerbated by limited waste management system and lack of awareness among tourists.